My name is Maya.
I'm Maya.
Great name.
They are Maya, and Moya. So interesting combination.
Alright, so I'm the editor of art media called ARTnews Japanese edition.
I'm from Ukraine originally. I'm a writer and researcher based at University of Tokyo.
The first time I started using AI, I think it was in 2022. And the minute I did the first image, I think my brain got rewired immediately. My approach to making art completely changed. And I saw that I could generate images just with a paragraph, and not only creating an image, but also adding meaning into my images and adding complexity into the images. So from then on, I think I became a completely different from a creative point of view. And those are 3 works done with the camera. There's a big team of people. We've designed all the costumes, we made them, we built them, hairstylists, makeup artists, set designers, lighting crew. So it's about 20 people making those 3 works. And then I guess it's an interesting contrast with all the rest, which is being done by me on my own, in between my house, the cafes. It's good to see them together.
I'm really curious about the physicality as well. I think the only thing I can probably believe now, if there's non-real surrounding us, then maybe my body is the only kind of a truth that I can actually feel and be confident about this is real. Do you believe in those like physicalities?
For me, when I do most of these images, I feel more than I'm creating something. AI opens windows into a world that do exist. It doesn't come from any theoretical place, it comes from an actual feeling. I mean, I asked for the broader picture, but then AI kind of put all these details that some of them I didn't ask for. There's a lot of coherence. It's more like it's opening kind of windows into worlds that they do exist, I believe in. And these people that live somewhere and got a window into their lives.
Well, I'm just curious if that makes the AI the artist then. Because like you said, some of the details and stuff, like you never told him to do that, so it came up with it. So I understand that maybe the prompt and the idea was yours, but if the end result is actually done by an AI, where does that put you?
It's kind of a fine line. It's a bit of a co-author process. Like I cannot claim full authorship. I had an idea, I threw it to this thing and gave me back. It's a collaborative process. Yeah. Since AI is becoming, at least for me, it's a new art practice. And I think as film did in this century, they created a whole new reality and they created a whole new pantheon of heroes and gods. And the whole idea of pop culture, and I feel that maybe now we are in a post-pop culture reality where we don't have these gods and heroes as we did in the 20th century. And I try to think what's the new folklore, or what are the new myths of the 21st century, as it feels that 21st century hasn't fully defined itself yet. The 20th century, it was more clear what it was. And I think the 21st century is still trying to find itself. And it was an attempt of starting adding these new images that I think AI in a way is the substitute to film, and AI would become the total work of art. So try to create it's sort of new archetypes and new myths and folklore of our new reality. Yeah. Hence the Beyond the U Valley title, as I think we've passed it. Especially 3D animation was very close to reality, generated this thing called the Uncanny Valley, which was too close to reality but not quite, and we sort of rejected those images a bit. But with AI, for me at least, and that's what I also wanted to explore with this, it generates this sense of empathy, even creates this way quite empathic monsters. So I wanted in a way to create very relatable people who are not exactly, they don't look exactly as we do. And that's what I find incredible about AI, that the people that you create, they're so empathic. Their eyes you see they're full of emotions and expression and affect. So we can create finally artificially generated images that look very real in a way, as you're saying, look even more real than the things we were generating before with traditional tools.
We're always looking for what is substantial, what is real, what is the truth, and the true meaning of life, true meaning of art and narrative. But if we don't have to care about that anymore, how does the belief system work as a social common understanding of the society that we're living in?
Does it matter
Mm.
what is real or not? What matters is the perception of what is real, and how people feel about it. And so you can essentially convince someone that the sky is green if you use the right words and the right tools and the right imagery to do so, and the right appeal to emotion.
Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away.
That's this debate about, oh, what percentage is it like, it doesn't matter, honestly, because what matters is like the response, right? We've always had these sort of systems of belief that haven't always been in the physical world. I can prove that this happened, and how there's so many conspiracy theories that people think that the moon landing wasn't real, for example. Did you see it happen yourself? And I guess at the end of the day, it's like, is it real only because I physically saw it happening? Is that the only way that I can now physically prove it's real? Because now social media and our information space and everything, even the artworks, we can't even tell. Maybe that means that the value of things in our physical, maybe 5 meters around us space, have now increased in value, because now the world is so full of things we don't know if they're real or not, that we will maybe value community more. Maybe there's also like this positive overflow also, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think, for me, suspension of disbelief, Hollywood is the perfect example. You create this fantasy world and audiences immediately buy into it, and even though they know everything is made in the studio with VFX, they engage emotionally with the work and they go along with it. So for me, it's like a very important thing, the suspension of disbelief, which doesn't always happen, like in monsters. And I guess that's, for me in general, like a very important aspect of my work, to get people to enter the work and don't see anything else, but just to empathize with what they are seeing.
I'm always impressed when artists can sort of explain these things that we talk about in a visual way. Because I'm a writer, I only work with one medium, which is just words, and so it's very different to be able to express it in a way that is visual and might actually reach so many more people. Not everyone wants to read academic papers, and that's completely understandable. We're all engaging with this subject, whether we want it or not. So kind of the point of this is maybe to bring people, to evoke some sort of emotion, and then bring people into the conversation in a way that they maybe didn't realize.
See that, and I think the important thing is how we need to, instead of demonizing AI, which pisses me off when most of the stuff I read about AI is about how bad AI is, which great, I agree with a lot of stuff they say, but also we need more discussions about how good AI is. One of the most amazing things that humans have invented, as big as writing, the wheel of fire. So can we do with AI, and how AI can be used from a very individual point to other structures that are not trying to oppress people, but the opposite, like fighting for freedom.
Maybe we should also come back to why these technologies were created in the first place. It's actually for democratizing, right? It's to give everyone a voice. Everyone has access to a platform. It's not just the 3 people in power that have the most money. You're supposed to be given this platform where everyone can say what they feel and can fight for their rights. And actually, Ukraine has used technology so well in that regard, and it's the only reason we're still alive. It's gonna be here whether we want it or not. That's actually the core of your work, right? And we're past that. How can then we use it to maintain those democratizing principles for which it was created in the first place?
I think the crucial thing right now at this historical moment where we are, which is major change. As you said, AI is here and it's going to stay, and it's already here. We all use it on a daily basis. What we didn't do with the internet, but the internet came out and boom, no one did anything with the internet, with social media, and suddenly we end up in this very, very polarized world where the right wing is going up, the left became this sort of canceling power, and everyone is angry with each other. And that's what the internet and social media ultimately created, very polarized world, instead of doing the opposite. And that's because there was never a debate. about it. And now I think we need to have that debate right now because it's quite new. We've been using this for a year or two. And I believe in liberation by tech, not from tech, but by tech, and the power of tech to liberate humans. And
I think it's only increased the value of the human. I mean, the number one question when it comes to AI is am I going to lose my job? Is it going to replace me? And yeah, a lot of people will lose their job. But it also means that the people that can stand out, that can produce something that is genuinely human and stirs emotion in people, those people will only be more needed.
Был художник один, домик имел и холст,